be a quick one. About to get a drink and have 10 minutes on the step because it is sunny outside. I know no one's watching at the minute, but I might come on this afternoon at some point, a bit later on though. I'll let you know before, because I didn't come on last night just because I was drawing and then all of a sudden just sort of forgot. Doodling away. And when I'm doodling, I'm just in the flow of things and I love it, and that is my form of meditation. But just wanted to say, a little message out there for all the haters. Hi Katie, for all the haters of those who hate themselves, because obviously that's what's reflecting back that I can see. A lot of haters of Trump and you know who, because that's why I get silly comments, and I've noticed some silly comments over the past couple of days of people who just keep trying to come in. Hi Tatty T, you used to all that, so that's nothing new. When you actually look at the comments, the way they sort of say things within their spirit, it's not very spirited. It's not very of the light, even though they're trying to say you're not of the light and they're going to expose you, which I think's absolutely hilarious. It really does make me laugh because I am exposed to the light, but expose me for what? It's so funny. Yeah, exactly, Katie. Hi, Effie. So, yeah, I was doing a little bit more of my painting, putting those layers on. I know you can't see it very well because this camera's not picking the colour up. It's not nowhere near finished. Nowhere near finished. But, yeah, there's people out there, just for example, Trump, or even me, you're judging people's, thank you, you're judging people, example of Trump, people judge him because of his flaws. They always regurgitate what he may have said or done in the past when, hi good servant, you're all flawed as well, and you've done things in the past and said things and blah blah blah, and I've said this before, but no one wants to look at what people are doing now. They just want to regurgitate the past and stay on that timeline. We grow so we can flow. So you judge a man for his flaws, although you have flaws, but you don't look at the spirit within and what that person's doing now with the spirit within, with the spirit that man has and what he's doing. Now he's online with his spirit, which I never thought he was not online with his spirit ever when I've looked back into his past. Oh, we say silly things. And the people in the spiritual community, so-called spiritual community, because that does me head in now, because it's just labelling. Oh, you're not spiritual because you wear makeup. You're not spiritual because you wear these clothes. You're not this, you're not that. You need to get over yourself because the spirit is within. Yes, there are people who'd say they're more on a higher level. There is no higher levels because, like I said, maybe they sit in a loincloth. I don't know. And the vegan or whatever it is that you're supposed to be. I have said, what does it look like? What does spirituality look like? It's actually nothing to do with what you look like on side or even the words you say sometimes. It's all to do with the spirit within. You can tell somebody's essence. I've said this before. So the people who are trying to reflect on me and Trump, you need to go and reflect on yourself, because through some of the comments I can see, or did see, and some of the ones that don't seem to come up, but I can see them, but they don't come up when I go and look. I don't think really that you're looking at your shadow self. You need to look at yourself a little bit deeper and realise what's going on. And it's like this whole thing in the spiritual community of like, people think we're going somewhere. We're not. We're going to a new world in a new way, in a high state of consciousness. But you're still of earth. You're still in this physical realm. It's how you deal with it. So people who are not saying the things aren't going on, that's real. Well, yes, they are. And yes, you do need to be aware. How many times I have to say, it's not about getting all up in it, staying in the rabbit holes, because you will stay stuck if you stay down there. It's about being aware. So you know what's coming, so you can move away from that energy, transmute it or transcend it or whatever it is that you want to do. So Duck Sis here, hello, Tatiti. Hi. So, yeah, to all the ones who are making comments of, you know who you are, people who seem to be following me about but don't like my channel but still watch. That says something. Not interested. Not interested. And I think one of the persons put something like, oh, you're just taking other people's, what was it? Taking other people's work, sort of regurgitating it and not doing your inner work. Well, I am doing my inner work. I've always been doing it. We all are. I do put up people's channels like Charlie Freak, because that's who they were talking about. And they were slagging off Camelot Castle, saying the Freemasons and that. It makes me laugh how these so-called people think they're of higher knowing, yet they don't know, you know, because they've seen a certain symbol or someone say a certain word. They think that, I've said this before, that, oh, they're a part of the dark side. Learn what the symbols are. Or someone's, talked about Scientology. Everybody freaks out. It's just ridiculous. I find it absolutely ridiculous. Don't judge the man. Judge the spirit within. And people can change, by the way. So, hi, where we go, one week, war Bazza. It just cracks me up to see these comments that people are still not moving away from that dividing thing as usual, because that is the dividing thing as usual. I encourage those energy starts becoming a dampener should take a day to themselves and meditate and reflect so they can do a good. Exactly, Tatted T. You have been a great support and teacher. I love you. Thank you, Laurie. The thing is, there's people out there who make comments. They don't like my channel. They don't like what I'm saying. And I think it's also because I know it is. A lot of these people who do this exposing yourself, which sounds like someone a few months ago, so probably from the same side, 17 in the chat and number 3. Whoop. A lot of these are Trump haters as well, and they don't understand the whole thing about Q. You don't have to, but just saying that's what I see. So I know I'm helping people on this channel. Doesn't necessarily matter what's coming out of my mouth. I know, because you've told me. I'm helping you through with what's going on, with, a positive vibration. Hi, Mark. So if someone thinks that's a bad thing, they really need to go and look at themselves. Jealousy, is it? I don't know. I'm just doing what I'm doing. When people say you're not doing the inner work, oh, I am doing the inner work. I'm doing it my way. And if I give videos out or talk about someone's show I've been on, or I do talk about Charlie Freak and the way he talks, like Santos Benici, that's because when I go over to a channel I resonate with, they might say things better than I do because I don't understand words and certain stuff. I'm more visual. And then I resonate with it and think, yes, that's what I was thinking. That's like the vision I got in. That's like a thing I was thinking about. That's like something that came to me the other day. So I'll say, right, go and check their channel out because they might explain it more than I can. So that's not because I'm regurgitating something. That's because I'm resonating with what someone says, and I like to share it because that's how we're all winning at the minute with sharing information. And linking things up. And that's how you link the pieces of the picture up, because it's like, oh, right, so yeah, you understood that. And that's where people are saying as well, oh, I don't feel alone because that's what I thought. And then you said it and then it made more sense. So to the people who are saying that, it's absolutely ridiculous. They probably want you following them though, and they'll have got their information from somewhere. But they're sort of saying, yeah, but you're not getting your information from within. Oh, I am. I draw it a lot. And then when I hear someone say it and I resonate with it, I share it. Because I think, yeah, I understand that more. And then I'll listen a bit more if I resonate with something I don't. So to those people, go and look at yourself. Go and look at yourself. Hi, Dolly. I love hearing everyone's different perspectives. I hear the same message just out in different ways, and it helps me find my own truth. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Stephanie. And that is it. Everyone's got their own perspectives. And you can take little bits out of each and put it together, and that's your truth because it's your universe and you create your universe. Universes are coming together at the minute. That's you and your universe, and we're sharing. Thank you, Laurie. You are teaching us to look for ourselves. Yeah, and that's all you can do. You look for yourselves, you resonate with certain people on certain channels because it's experiences people are going through. It's a big experience. I'm experiencing stuff. I like to share it. That's how, in my universe. Thank you, Effie. So, yeah, I just wanted to say to those people out there, it's not because I'm hating on people. It's just I will talk the truth on how I feel about these people that are putting this out. The two in the hate mode. Hi, the two in the hate mode. Light only wants to put light out in a positive way, even though you've got to be aware of the dark. But these people are hating on people because they hate themselves. So something in themselves that they're not liking. So they spew it all off on other people. Because these people would have heard information somewhere as well as going in, but they won't tell you that. But the way they put their words out there and lie, and you can tell by the way their words are, of what I've seen, it's just like ridiculous. So, hi Mark. So, so last night I didn't come on. I drew. I had this one going on. And this one. And this big one that I wrote on, I always write sometimes on things after this one. And it says, because it just came in, light is a powerful metaphor for spiritual insight. And then I thought, yeah, insight. So you've got the inner eye, the third eye, inner standing, inner knowing within you. I don't know if you can see that. Don't know if you can see that. Dolly, absolutely love how compassionate you are with what you believe, and you don't care if others don't like it. You always have all my love, respect, and support. I'm always here for you. Thank you, Tata T. I do. I'm compassionate about what I believe in, and I don't. It's not that I don't care for others, but I don't care when other people try to put you down, because the person who's been trying to comment, all it is even if they know it or not, which they should do if they're saying they're spiritual and they've done the work within, all they try and do is they put stupid comments out there to try to bring people down. That's all they do because it's everything's energy. Hi, Martin. You know what I mean? So I just think, but I know how that works. So in the past, I would have let it affect me. Now I don't. People might say, well, you are because you're talking about it. No, things need airing. It's a bit like the truth that's coming out now. Things need to be talked about. People want to brush things under the carpet. That's how things have been hidden in the past. That's how things haven't got looked at to make solutions. It's not about people go, oh, you're bringing the dark side out. So everyone, yeah, it needs to be brought out so we can have solutions. And it's the people who come with the solutions are normally the people who are of the light, hence Trump, because, if you're not awake and you've really got your head in the media, you're not seeing what's going on with certain stuff now. The amount of stuff that's coming out now. I don't know where people are at, but I don't need to be in that all the time. I'm not, because like I said, I've sat back and I'm watching the show. That's why I don't talk too much on it. People's channels have been took down. It's not because people's channels have been took down because of the number 17, and it's a load of rubbish, what will some other people will think that. It's not that. It's because they're censoring everywhere. Someone told me the other day they were selling Trump mugs, and Etsy have took that business down because they were selling Trump mugs. Why? If he's not a threat and the conspiracies aren't true, what are they fighting for? And I'm sorry to the people out there as well who have these comments. You're all in the New World Order timeline of, I think that some of the spiritual community don't even know that even the spiritual community got hacked. So, they believe in something, thinking something's not real because it's all in the 3D and it's all physical. Well, you still will be residing in the 3D anyway. It's two worlds coming together. So, two worlds coming together, left and right brain. And people don't like it when I quote things that sound like Charlie Freak. Well, I love Charlie Freak and I think he's really good at explaining things. But when you look into it, that's the way you do speak, because you understand your higher realms, you from the bottom, from your bottom chakras to your higher realm of consciousness, your third eye and your crown chakra and above. So how else are you supposed to speak? Sounds a bit woo-woo, but people get freaked out. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, the New World Order was here. It was in. They were doing it. But I mean, in the sense of what Hillary wanted in with China, that's not happening, because it's all been taken down, and a lot of the deals got done before, especially when Trump first got in. So I wired differently. So, we're talking about a new world, your new world and your world within as well, a new way with solutions that help others, service to others, not just to yourself, which is what they were. So yeah, but we all get mixed up and we all get triggered because people use different words. That's why words as a language, they got us in that with the spells, because you're trying to explain something and something can mean the same thing and people get tricked by that word because that's how I've used it in. That's how I just like to draw and paint, basically, because it says it all in my drawings. That's how basically I do a lot of my meditation, is through my drawings. It's like all this going on. This is, you are the universe. See the stars in her hair, all the energy going around. It's not finished off, that one. See all the things in the background and the eyes of consciousness. It's all that going on in the background. But you've got your own universe. You will levitate to people or energies that resonate with you. And hopefully you resonate into the right ones, because all this is about is the right choices that you make. You make wrong choices, things will happen. You make right choices, beautiful things will happen. So, thoughts create, they do. And it is the law of creating, like people will say, what's it called? The law of attraction, though people miss the point on that sometimes. You are your own universe. But how it becomes powerful with timelines is when your universe starts talking about a timeline coming in, say, of good, is what we're doing, when all those universes, which are you, are speaking and believing the same thing. That's how we get on a beautiful timeline. So why do you think the news, for instance, tries to put your universe in fear? So you're all talking the same thing, like they are out there, the people who are wearing masks, they're all talking about the same fear thing. So we go to that timeline. Well, there's enough of us that aren't going to that timeline, and because of what's about to come out with what so-called seems as dark stuff's going to come out, because after that you will want to get on the better timeline, because you won't want to be in that. And because people will wake up, yes, it will rattle their universe a little bit, but then hopefully they'll come to the right timeline. That's how timelines work when the collective consciousness comes together. Yeah, years back you were all in your own universe and we were trying to do our own thing and that, but because we all want it to go in a beautiful new way, a new earth, not really a new earth, but how it maybe used to be in ancient times before it fell, maybe. This is why we're all connecting. You're a universe, I'm a universe, we're all universes together. When that multiverse comes together, all of us on the same timeline of beautiful creating and positive vibes, and that will come in, because we will create it together, and that is what we're going to do. So hi Hang Tight and Ran and Laurie and Candy Cane and Zal and everybody's just come in. So I don't know if anyone's understanding that, what I'm saying. You are your own universe. And when we're all universes together singing the same verse, it becomes magical, beautiful, and we will win this. We're already winning it because, like I've said, more people are waking up. I've seen it, still seeing it. Yeah, rattle them a little bit. Rattle them a little, but it will rock them to the very foundations. They need to be rocked to the very foundations, because the very foundations we thought were true are not true. So it is hard for people to think who say the spiritual, going, oh, what are you saying that for? They've got to be rattled to the core. Well, yeah, I was. But it brought me back to myself. They will get through it if they're strong enough. If they can see the lies, they'll understand why in the end, and why certain things have happened, and why this has happened, why that was happened. Then they'll let it go. Then they'll come to themselves. Then they will start healing. Doing the work, they'll start healing. And this is how we do it. But the reason why they'll see the light as well, because they'll see people like me and you who have been rattled to the core through the trauma, which everyone comes to the light after trauma, because once you're down, you go up. And they'll want to be healed, and they'll want to, you know, think, why are you still smiling? And to me, that's how it works. Well, that's up to you, Mike. You know, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. Some people will and some people won't. I think you should realise people are a lot stronger than we're taken for. You know what I mean? It depends how in the world these people are into, you know, not being able to let go of everything. You know, but that's why there's people like you in chat, me, people around the world that are here to help others. That's why you're in the places you're in at the minute, because when that shit happens and people are looking for you to help them to hold the hand, then yeah, well, it's funny that because Q said no one will be left behind. So can we stop having negativity in the chat, please? Because that's just a negative way of thinking. When you think like that, right? I put this out there now. You've just commented, so thanks for commenting that. When people sit there and they'll say for instance, people going about Nagazara, whatever you call it. I'm all right with that. I'm not, whatever that is. I don't know what the truth is behind that, but I believe beautiful things are coming with free energy and it'll make the world more abundant. The people who sit there in chat, I'm not just saying in my chat, and go, when's it coming? When are we getting this money? Or like you're saying there, this, that, and the other. No, more like a troll. If you don't know how you create, you'll never create that because you're waiting for it. You don't believe in it. It's like, when's it coming? It's already here. You shouldn't even be speaking that out. It'll be here when it's here, and it will come. You don't have to put a time and date on it. It's not about that. Is not how law of attraction works. As soon as you say when and you don't believe in it, you've broke that cord of bringing it in. People who understand that will know exactly what I'm talking about. But yes, I've moved that person because that's the sort of people, when they don't have faith and especially within themselves and a spirit of, you know, you've got to believe. Believing is seeing, it's not seeing is believing. So, you know, that's all I'm going to say. They've put us through a lot already. Some people just have realised it, yet they think trauma is normal. Exactly, Katie. We've all been put in trauma, and this is why we will all get something back at the end of the day, because it's crimes against humanity, and we're all part of it's been crimes against us. Things that you wouldn't even think were crimes. It's everything they've put us through. Yeah, faith will get us through, exactly. But, you know, that's why I say beautiful things are coming. But to people who are naysaying and just want to put the words out there of, oh, it's not happening. Oh, when's it happening? When's this money coming? You shouldn't be thinking like that. It'll come in the right divine time. This place should remain as it is, so it's understandable, Dolly. A lot of negative vibes on YouTube, so it's nice your channel is different. I see it as an awakening place. Thank you, Wide and Differently. I do remove people when they're just bringing in that form of energy. It's not saying I'm not, you know, that person, but sometimes, I'm not saying, because I know some people haven't got profile pictures in here, but sometimes you can tell sometimes. We need positivity. Dark cannot conquer dark, only the understanding it, and then using light and the understanding to take it apart. We will, yeah, exactly, Katie. So I'm going to go. So like I said, I might be on at some point this evening, later on a break, because I've got some stuff to do, a bit more painting to do and stuff. But apart from that, I'll let you know. Yeah, I didn't come on yesterday because I wasn't feeling it. I was drawing and stuff. So yeah, and I'd spoke a bit, hadn't I, on Sunday. So yeah. So, you know, and we are all wired differently in the sense of how we understand things sometimes, because I understand things more through metaphor, pictures. I'm more of a visual learner, and that's why people get upset when I'm trying to talk about something. That's why I'll send you to another channel and see if you resonate, because sometimes I don't think I'm good necessarily with the words, but I can, you know, do it through pictures. And that's another thing. Visuals are massive, and to me anyway, you can tell through my drawings what sort of spirit lies within me. Do you know what I mean? Clearly see what sort of spirit lies within me. To the people who don't understand, seem to understand or understand anything I talk about. I mean, I've seen people out there, pedesters, if you know what I'm talking about, disgusting, evil artwork. Some people see it as funky, oh, it's dark, you know, because they class themselves as a bit dark. No, it's not. It's not at all. It's not from the light at all. You know. So I'm just like that, but I think you do a great job. Thank you, Van. And, you know, the things that I put out in my universe, the things that I create in my universe, because I'm creating, is far from evil. And it shows what's coming up in me. My artwork shows what's coming up in me. I'm not saying I'm all there. I'm not. No one ever will be. Even the people who think they're high spiritual, whatever they do on these platforms, they're not. They move up to certain levels, not that we're over any level of anybody, because we're all equal. It's just you get to a point and then you're like, oh my God, I've just learned something new. Then you follow that and then it's like, wow, wow, wow. It's just like infinity. It's just like you're just learning and learning. And that's what I think is a beautiful thing. So people need to realise that. So, yeah, to the people who say they're going to out me in the light, you know, I just find that absolutely hilarious. Yeah, everyone is a work in progress. Exactly. And I did say the other day, when I was painting, I got those words in of my paintings in a metaphor, whatever you want to call it, is yeah, all the dark will be outed, and I won't be one of them. Mine has many layers of paint. It takes me quite a long time to do it, but many layers of paint. You are like art, a painting. You've had many layers of paint in your past. But what stands up most at the front, this is the front picture. Many layers in the back of this picture. But what's the top layer is what you are now. You can scratch them surfaces of paint and there'll be other layers of paint underneath that. But do you need that now? They got you to where you are. Yeah, where we go, when we go on. They got you to where you are now. So don't look at them as a bad thing, because they weren't, but you don't need them anymore, a lot of it. So, you know, yeah, they take me a long time, but definitely we'll be pumping some of this artwork out. You can't see the colours properly in it because the camera's not showing. All that's been hidden will be revealed. We are like onions. Yeah, and I've said before, I don't worry about people, you know, going on like they do with silly comments, because I've said before, there could be people I've had a chat with, there could be people I've sent people to watch videos that maybe aren't of the light and they're acting as if they are. Who knows? But like I said, we're all going to see it at the end of the day, so you don't have to worry, you know. And if those people were right, they were right. So what? But if you got something from it anyway that helped you progress forward and it's actually helping you through these times, then so what? Doesn't matter where you got the information from, it's how you use the information. Like I've said before, energy is energy. It either isn't good or bad, magic, whatever you want to call it. It's the intentions you put on it and how you use information. Like I've said before, if you had Tesla's notes, we all know that's out there and it's here anyway, for the good this time. If you're bad, you're going to use Tesla energy for something bad, which they did do. But if you're good, you're going to use it for something else. It's all within you and your intentions and your spirit of the person, of the essence of who you are. You know, that's that being that you are inside. So I don't take none of that bull crap off people. So the people who are doing that, I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to anyone in chat, by the way. You know, I'll just reflect that back on yourself, because that's all you're doing is reflecting what you don't understand about yourself. Yeah, it also depends what you're talking about. You know, you've got to do it in a certain way. So, thanks for coming in, because I just felt like talking that out. No, I don't think so, Blue Nose. Yeah, and the light will shine bright, and we are shining, and that's why you get negative people with negative energies, people that still think they're like quite in the light, but they actually still need work doing on them. We all do. I'm not totally there, you know what I do, but I do my best, because I have this thing that, you know, it's just what I'm supposed to be doing. So you can all draw your future. I believe when you paint, and when if you're quite into art and you draw, the more beautiful things you draw of this world or whatever, the more that will come in. It's still an energy, it's still a frequency, and it'll bring that in. Why do you think people like certain artists were doing certain creepy pictures, and people like Marana bitch, I call her. I can't remember that horrible witch. All the spirit cooking pictures and stuff like that. Why do you think they put all that out? To bring it in. And when people start liking it because it's trendy, it to me it brings it in. Well, we're gonna bring the light back. A little angel going there. So yeah. So anyway, where we go one we go on. If I keep triggering people, oh well. Guess I need to go within a little bit more. Like I said, don't judge the man for the faults when you have faults too. Judge the spirit and what they're doing now. And I will see you at some point today. Bye.